Hello everybody, welcome to another stream. Today we're going to be flying the Airbus A321 Neo EasyJet all the way from London Luton down to Salzburg Airport. It's a little bit cloudy up in the skies today, so it should be an interesting departure. We're doing this as a general commuter stream. This is the kind of flight that's going on a lot at the moment with the half term in the United Kingdom. So everybody's trying to go off skiing, all sorts of places like that. So yeah, it's getting a little bit busy. Lots of people are going away. So this is a little holiday destination, Salzburg, because it allows people to go to Austria and the sort of places around that region. So it can get rather busy around this kind of time of year. So I thought we'd join in the fun and do the stream too. So welcome along, everyone. Say hello if you're in the chat. Firstly, I'd like to thank everyone so much. 413 subscribers. That's an amazing number. So we'll be celebrating 400 in another stream soon. But this stream today is just a nice commuter flight. So if you'd like to, go ahead and join us by hopping into London Luton Airport. The route is in the chat, and we're going to start to sort ourselves out. I haven't started anything yet, so we better get going. Alright, welcome to the flight deck then. I have got track IR on today, so let's just try this out. There we go, it's on. Alright, let's get the external power on. 2 batteries, crew supply, and we'll get the INS on. There we go, turn the nav lights to 1. Emergency lights on, no smoking to auto, seatbelt signs on, and we'll turn on the standby compass. Fantastic, aircraft is booting up. Turn constraint mode on there on the right. Same for first officer. Get rid of the VOR ones. Fantastic. And I'll just dial up some of the brightnesses on some of these lights then. Get our radio stack on. Dial up the brightness on there. And dial up the brightness on there. Cool, brightnesses are up. Oh. There we go. Brightness on the pilot display. Not bad. And we'll do the first officers whilst we're at it. See, track hour requires me to keep my head still, so it's a bit interesting. Oh. There we go. Alright. Get the APU up and running then to get some power to the aircraft. We're cruising at flight level 350, so we can dial in 5,000 as our initial. That's on our departure today. Here's the airport down here on our left. Nice. Fantastic then. So, I've loaded us up with fuel already. You see all the trucks we have on board. We've got the steps and everything. Everyone is busying themselves around the aircraft, but the doors are just all closed, so I think we're about done. So if we get rid of them. I'll leave the front steps on. That's about that done. Hop to the overhead, start up the APU. Fire that up. And head into the init then. And start to type in some of our stuff. So it's Echo Golf Golf Whiskey. That is Luton, and that is Salzburg. We're going to be cruising, as I said, flight level 350. Sorry, that's me looking down at my keyboard there. Let me turn off track hour for a second. There we go. Cost index of 36. Today we're flying as EZ55 Papa Quebec. Put that in there, and our diversion airport is to Munich if it goes odd. I'm looking currently at the arrival stuff. It looks like we're going to be landing runway 33, so we are going to be landing on the interesting approach, which is exactly what I was looking for. So that's fantastic, bit of fun, but difficult to say. So we'll see as we go in. Got some amazing scenery then for Salzburg, which you can find in the link in the description. So do go check that one out. We'll be landing with it today, so you can have a look at how it looks. But it's really good. Really looks amazing. The runway texture is very good. And then here in Luton, I've got some Freeware scenery, which is really amazing scenery. That looks really good. We'll have a little look as we taxi out in a second. But it looks super cool. And I'm just lobbing in all the waypoints here on our flight. We've got a direct here, so we've got to go down to the waypoint. And then go and put that direct into. Fantastic. Then we've got non-bomb next. Oh, non-bow, nope. Non-bow into next, and then we've got radar coming up next. Fantastic. Oh, and then we have some airways from radar. So, radar. One way, right, Uniform Zulu 98. to Whiskey Lima Delta, and the Tango 702 to Badit, where we're expecting the Badit 2 Romeo arrival, but we will hang on to put that in. Head to our weights page. If we grab up the Toliss menu here, we can see all our weights on the left. So we're quite heavy today. We're full on our passengers, and then we've got a bit of cargo on board as well. So quite heavy stuff. Lots of passengers on board. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Yeah, lots of passengers on board. Holiday makers going down. But then, of course, not much cargo because it's quite full of passengers. Brilliant. Take off then. It's going to be flap 2 and toga. Because it's a fairly short runway. And I would like to get airborne. So we want to bomb it down the runway and get airborne quickly. Brilliant. And that is our pre-flights done. So, fuel is loaded, so we can turn on our fuel pumps. Let's get the APU bleed on, and let's get some air conditioning going in the aircraft. And get rid of the steps and everyone, because we're almost ready to go here. The passengers have been loading before the stream begun, so we've got lots of people on board now. Right, let's push back the aircraft like that.
Round to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
Alright, it's happy to push back. Let's get some weather information then for Luton. And then we better go ahead and call up the LTC control. 1010, right, good. Now let's go ahead and call up London on 135.8. Alright, give me a call. London Control, Easy 55 Papa Quebec is on stand 44 on the ground at Luton. Airbus A321 Neo, requesting IFR clearance to Salzburg, please.
55 Papa Quebec, London Control, cleared Salzburg, match 3 Yankee departure, squawk 5627.
Match 3 Yankee, squawk 5627, Easy 55 Papa Quebec. I think that's about good. Lock the door. Good, he's doing his stuff. We disconnect from the external power because we've got the APU up and running. We're going to wait for our INS to align. The flaps seem to have deployed when I've been sat on the ground here. Obviously the crew before us have neglected to take them fully in. That's alright. A little bit quiet. Good, right. Let's get ready to go. So, departure then. We're going to taxi out, potentially by Delta to runway 25. Delta and Alpha up to the end, and we'll backtrack 25 and get going. Our departure takes us on a left turn immediately after departure, then a sharp left again, out towards Brookman's Park and away. We'll be climbing 5,000 then, so we've got 5,000 dialed in there. Nav lights are ready to go. We'll turn the nav lights fully on. 2 minutes till the ILS align. And we'll select flight plan on his side. Fantastic, right. Aircraft is pretty much ready to go. So, let's call up the tug and get him.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Yeah, he's driving up now.
970, thank you sir, fly heading 360 degrees. Fly heading 360. 2315, stand 8, later request push start. 2315, roger, push and start approved. Push start approved, 2315.
Easy 55 Papa Quebec, requesting push and start on the ground at Luton.
55 Papa Quebec, push and start approved.
Push start approved, 55 Papa Quebec, thank you. Groovy, right, tug's on his way then. We called him up. We aren't ready to go yet, but because London might get a bit busy, we'll get our pushback clearance and then we'll slide on back. Cool, right, beacon light can go on then because the tug's coming over. We want the ground crews around us to know that we're active and we're getting ready.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
He's getting ready to connect, so we will... Oh, I was going to turn on to take gas, we'll hold on with that one. But we we'll just check we're all ready to go. And his radio tag on.
Next to the begin of airport requesting Garrett 16825. Papa Roger squat conspicuity 3 call Garrett direct to 126.
Aircraft's pretty much all good. We're just waiting for those INS to align. And then we are ready to go. But the tug's sorting himself out. There you go, he's disconnected the steering gear, so he's ready to go. We're about to get the call, I assume, saying he's happy to push us back.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
We're not going to release parking brake. There we go, INS have aligned. I was going to say we weren't going to until these guys had aligned. Right, they've aligned. Parking brake released. Parking brake is now released.
Starting pushback and you may start engines.
As you can see there on the map, it's quite a sharp left our path to departure. That's a bit interesting. Oh, big jolt there. That's the better pushback interacting with the Toliss. It can go a bit odd. So that is very bizarre. Wow. We'll leave it to it. We'll let it sort itself out. Brilliant. Right. That's sorting itself out. So, clear on the right side, clear on the left. He's told us we're clear to start our engines. We'll get number 1 rolling. So, down to the middle. Ignition start. Engine number 1. As we do so, let's get our TCAS up and running. Get TCAS on. So that the aircraft are now aware we're active. Cool. Aircraft's all ready then. Pushing back. And the engine 1 is starting. We're getting a good start there. N2's rising nicely. We can have a look on the wing view and see the engine firing up.
Very 182, lot of control. Hello, climb now, flight level 180.
There we go, left engine started.
2837, lot of control. Hello, descend, flight level 90.
Brilliant. Left engine is up and running. We can get the right engine going then if it's ready to go. There goes the hydraulic pressuring. All these holiday makers on board. Let me get...
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Set parking brake. That'll disconnect.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Engine number 2 is starting.
What call sign?
If we get our... There we go. Let's get the old security brief going then.
Your attention while taking through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket, showing the exit route, oxygen mask, life jacket, and brace position that you must adopt when you hear brace, brace.
Not bad. Announcements there from the Luke Air Tool.
At the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you.
Engines are available, so we'll select normal and we'll turn off the APU.
Adjusted and release.
Sort out the rest of the TCAS.
Tow is
Fully on.
disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand
the
signal
weather
on the left.
systems on now.
We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above. Pull the mask towards you to start the oxygen.
Brilliant.
Put the mask over
Taxi
your
lights
mouth.
on, turn off lights on, APU shutting
Hold
down.
in place with the strap.
We'll select our flap 2
Pull
for
on each
departure
side to adjust.
and we'll arm the spoilers.
Put on your own mask before helping others.
Flaps are
If
deploying,
you
let's have
land
a
on
look.
water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tape around
Same on
your
the other
waist.
side. And we'll get our taxi.
And pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it
Easy
inside
5-5
the
Papa Quebec
aircraft.
ready for taxi.
When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate,
Holding point 25, report ready, 5-5 Papa Quebec. Alright, parking brake is released. Clear
also
left,
rotation aids for children.
clear right.
Your tray tables must
Bit
now
of
be
power will get it
stowed
rolling.
armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelts fastened.
And we'll select maximum on the auto brake, and we will do a quick flight control check on our way out. Trim needs to be down 0.2 for today's departure. There we go, trim selected down 0.2. Quick slow down as we join. Oh, there's the EasyJet. I think he's giving way to us, thank you. Yeah, he's giving way, fantastic. We'll roll out. Keep it rolling then to get out of his way.
2618 London Control, hello sir, redirect Gasper, climb now, follow 170.
Keep it moving.
Hello sir, there's Gasper for 2618.
Brilliant, and we're on our way out. Let's do a quick takeoff config check.
132.6, bye-bye.
We're all ready to go for departure then.
London
Brilliant.
Control, KLM 993 Quebec.
Aircraft is all ready for departure.
Level 140, inbound Upton. KLM 993 Quebec, London Control, roger.
Get a bit more power, go roll a little bit quicker. But this is the Freeware Luton scenery, and I think it looks amazing. Looks really good. Well, we've got this weird line of cloud appearing in front of us. I never know what's going on with this. Anyway. Cool, right, make our left turn here. Slow down to it, but we want to look for about 10 knots around the corners. We try not to go much quicker than that.
Qantas 273 Golf, ready for push and stop. Just 273 Golf, roger, push and start approved.
Go around.
Qantas 273 Golf.
Is he waiting for us? Yeah, cool.
7 Kilo, roger sir, climb now, flight level 150.
Fantastic. Keep moving down, and we'll report when ready, she said, so we'll just keep our way along. I'm just going to bring back the throttle a bit, we don't want to go too quick along these taxiways. Fantastic. Say hi if you're in the chat. We'll report ready.
Takeoff, 36, correction 27 left, and speedbird 36 Yankee.
Easy 55 Papa Quebec, fully ready for departure.
55 Papa Quebec, roger, stand by. 55 Papa Quebec, enter backtrack as acquired up the turnaround 25 clear takeoff, 210 degrees, 14 knots.
Backtrack 25 when ready, clear for takeoff first. Easy 55 Papa Quebec.
Left flight heading 120 degrees. 120, shuttle.
Groovy, ooh, bit quick round the corner here. Oh. Everyone in the back is going to be sliding around. Right, there we go.
2315, roger, behind the departing A320 left to right, line up 25 behind. And the departing company A320 from left to right, line up from wait, runway 25 behind, DD2315.
That will make our backtrack, so we're going to go left here, entering the backtrack at Luton here. So often you don't get Airbus A321s out of Luton here, but on this scenario today, EasyJet have put on a special service due to the high demand in traffic. We'll get the cabin crew in their seats then, and we're on the runway so the strobe lights can come on, landing lights can all go on. Aircraft is now fully ready. We're all good, we've got a good takeoff config. Full right, full left, full up and full down is good. He's just told us to go to Unicom, so we'll just roll on. We'll make this turn and then we'll switch for departure. Very nice, big tight turn then right around the end here with the turnaround bay. Right the way round. Oh, overcooked that a little bit. Brilliant, right. Quick line up. Hold it on the brakes and we'll get going. It's a full toga for today, because I was a bit worried about the short runway. We'll just switch to Unicom. And Luton traffic, easy 55 Papa Quebec, rolling runway 25. Right, 50% selected. Toga. Mantoga SRS runway auto thrust is blue. Speed alive 60 knots. There's a bit of pressure forward on the stick.
Luton traffic, EC23 on 5, landing up runway 25.
100 knots, eased off the back pressure. V1 on rotate with the same speed today. V1 rotates. Pitch nose up gently. Watching the tail, especially on the A321, how it can get a little bit low. And gear up, positive rate. Continue our pitch up. And continue our climb. Very nice. Out of Luton. Fairly simple. And roll left on the departure. Bring them out and put them there. We can fly from wing view and see the big hills that are around Luton. And rolling it level there. And leave a climb then, as it's telling us to do. So that means we'll back off the throttle there and sort of slow down a bit for the climb.
EC2315 rolling 2 left.
And Luton traffic, EZ55 Quebec is airborne, passing through 3,500, climbing 4,000 on the Mach 03 departure. EZ55 Quebec, Luton. Correction, that was the Match 3 Yankee departure for EZ55 Quebec. Brilliant, right, I'll roll it right a little bit. And I'm going to select all the way up to our final cruise of 350 open climb. Turn off the taxi lights and turn off lights. It's in open climb mode. See, the speed can't go anymore, so we're going to retract flap 2 and roll it left. Big left-hand turn all the way around there. There you go. See through the clouds a little bit there. Sorry, I'll stop messing with the weather. And we'll de-arm the spoilers. Spoilers disarmed. I'm going to pitch up slightly as we go around this corner. Holders in the bank. Hi, do we expect circling? Yes, we do. We're expecting the circle to approach at Salzburg. We do. It's the winds seem to be favouring 3-3, which of course means we'll be doing that. However, they might change. I think there's a German controller online who might well change us, so we'll have to see. But hopefully, yes, we expect circling. Pressure standard. Brilliant, and we're through 6,000 then. We're limited to 220 knots on the departure, but I think we can cancel those restrictions when we get through. If we get through 10,000, we can cancel the restrictions. Brilliant. Right, fantastic. Rolling it right then. I'm still flying manual. I'm going to try and fly it. Lost my words there. Up to 10,000. It's Lufthansa have a policy where they try and get their pilots to do it. It's a good way of keeping in practice. They're just flying the planes nicely, so why not? And there we are. The flaps have retracted. I'm going to retract the slats now. In they come. We're coming to the clean position of flight now. There we go. I'll engage the autopilot also about now. Autopilot 1. Brilliant. Flight time then for today is scheduled to be about an hour and a half air time, so not that long. It's quite a little short hop only across a bit of Europe. I'm coming up to go through 10,000, so we can turn off the landing lights. And the seatbelt signs can come off, as we haven't got any too dramatic turns coming up, so we're all good. And we're just going to keep monitoring our climb. So there's 10,000. Nice and blue. Up through we go. The controller's still showing as being online, but he's told us he's off, so have to assume that that's good. Climbing up through the top of the cloud there. Looking back in wing view, you can see it's a bit of a grey climb. Anyway, seatbelts
Ladies
off.
and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seat belt sign.
This isn't a very good
For your
announcement. Some of the
continued
announcements
safety,
are very good.
we would like you to keep your seat
Some of
belt
them are
fastened at
quite.
all times while seated.
And there we go. Out the top of the cloud. Lovely view. I'm using X Enviro today. Oh, X Vision, sorry, not X Enviro. X Vision, which is generating some of the nice sort of colours and things. So hopefully that's looking a bit better. Brilliant. No warnings on the ECAM. This all seems very easy compared to flying Concorde. Right, what have we got down here then? Routine. Bit of right turning, I think that's when we get across the channel. Yeah. Sort of at the edge of the channel, then we just seem to make this right hand turn to go a bit further south. Lovely. We'll go for a quick flyby view, so everyone hold your ears. Here we go, going by. Nice A321 Neo. Do one more. Looking lovely above the clouds here then. Very cool. Very nice. There we go, got the Mac meter coming in. And we continue our climb. And turn off track IR then now as we get into the cruise. It can be it's a bit annoying sometimes when we get slightly higher. And there we go, we've just reached the end of our departure. We had 6.7 tonnes of fuel when we left the gate. We're down to 5.8 now, so we're burning through it nicely. And there you go, end of the speed restrictions. The speed's coming up. What are our current arrival estimates? Looking to land about 2 o'clock UTC, so it's about 3 o'clock British time, so in an hour and a half. Not bad estimates then. Simbrief for once, giving us about the right time. Very good. We are the only aircraft going into Salzburg today, so we don't expect any delays going in. We should be straight in, which is it's always good. Fantastic, that is pretty much done then for that time being. Very nice. Let me see if I can get the got that. There we go. Looks lovely. For these ones down the bottom here. Just so that we still know where we're going. Very nice. Fantastic. If you are new around here, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you very much. That really helps us out. Speed's still building then. It's accelerating quite quickly then up to a good speed. What's that warning coming on? Nav IRS3 fault. Oh no. That's not what you want. Uh-oh. I have got random faults on the A321, so fortunately we get stuff like that, which is a bit exciting. Right. What are we looking at? So, I tell you what, in real life, I have got a QRH. Let me grab that one out and let's have a read of what that says. Buried beneath some books. Give me a second. Right, well originally it's from an Airbus A319, but I'm sure pretty similar. What does it say? So it's from 2016. So it's from a while ago. Still fairly relevant. It is EasyJet, so we do have the proper one. Right, let's have a look. IRS fault. It's not the best thing you want to see. IRS3 fault. There you go. ADR 1, 2, and 3, and 4 faults. That's 34.2. So here we go. All speed indicators. Cross check. Right. Well, this one reckons our speed is doing 3.2. He's happy with 3.2 as well. And he's happy, right, so they're all the same. That's all good. ADR3 and standby speeds use data of the same right, so if I go switching, we'll switch to the first officer. Things might be a little bit different. Yeah, there you go, look, it's fail. 3. Okay. And we can fly with 2. Or can we? If at least one ADR is confirmed reliable, use that one. Turn the unreliable one off. Okay. Turn the unreliable one off then, I guess. Uh-oh. Before I do this, I want to make sure I'm about to click, about to flick the right button. So, we go down to our switching. All is centered around switching it to 3. So we leave it on normal. Stop it using the faulty one. So I want us to turn it off. We go off. I believe that fixes our problem. Status page. Cat 3 dual. IOS may be available in attitude. Cat 3 single only. Oh, okay. Let's have a look. Switch it to the attitude position on the battery. Is it available? Let's have a look. No. Okay. Unfortunately, has not worked. We'll switch it off. It means we can't do an automatic landing. We weren't going to, so that's actually fine. Into Salzburg 3.3 you can't, so that's fine. Let's get up our charts and have a look at Salzburg. Hopefully that's our one fault for the flight. I normally get about 1 a flight, which is good fun. So that's just a Toliss option, guys. You can just go here. Fault scenarios. Enable random faults. and a lot of faults look for me to get failures. A lot of flights to get failures, which is good fun. So landing runway 33. The approach then is going to be the RMP Zulu. Nope, RMP Yankee. Or was it the circling? It might be the circling. Well, yes, actually, it is the circling, isn't it, I suppose? But, I say circling, there's an RMP Yankee 33. That takes us on what is kind of a circling, but flown properly, so that'll be what we'll expect. Oh, what have we got now? Oh goodness me, there's a lot of faults going on here. Electrical DC bus 1 fault. Anti-ice engine 1 not available. Well, that's not really a problem. It's on Pro P41. What do there? Gen 2 fault. That's not so good. Gen 2 needs to go off. So inoperative systems now. Braking system 1. That is a bit of a problem. That's not so good. So electrical wise, Gen 2 no longer works. So only Gen 1 is providing for both. Okay. That's not so good. So Status wants us to turn Gen 2 off. We will. Turn it off. Fuel warning. Landing with 2.8 tons, that's plenty of fuel. We got a leak. What does it want? Fuel. I don't see any problem with that. I don't see any problem with fuel. What's that about fuel? Yeah, but the electrical DC bus 1 fault, that's not ideal. DC bus 1. Because DC bus 1 indicates it's engine 1. Because that's DC bus 1. DC bus 2 is outside. That's not good. I dialed it down, so what does that do? Okay. We've got a couple of errors then. Anyway, passengers in the back are unaware of it. It ain't going to affect us too much up in the front, so that'll be alright for us. Okay. Whereabouts are we then? Where are we going over to? Ah, here we are. We're just across the channel. And approaching the cruise altitude. We better get our duty free up and ready then.
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning collection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you at an easyJet price.
I do like these little
Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any product, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us to join you in the cabin shortly.
Very nice. I think that's worthy of a screenshot actually, that one. Good positioning, right? Not bad. We can get a quick screenshot of that one. Not bad. Alright, so yeah, we've got a few errors then, a few warnings on the dashboard. None of them are of particular concern. I'm not too worried. The Gen 2 fault is going to be quite annoying. We'll have to get that checked out when we land. Which means we do need to speak to a sort of tech guy at some point. To see if we can, at Salzburg we've got anything. Because otherwise the next crew have got to fly this back with our fault. Which is not ideal for them. Right, let's check out the METAR into Salzburg so we can get an idea of what we're landing on. Salzburg, METAR 1404. What are the runways again? Oh, as favouring runway 15 then at this present time. Let's have a look on flight radar and see what they're using. Opening it up. I think we'll still use runway 33 in any circumstance. It's quite good fun. Right, so it'll be the RNAV Yankee 33 on the Badit to Romeo. No via. Oh, hold on. Via actually. We're going to be going via. Whiskey 831. If that's an option. Via 831, 832. There are two options. 831, I think, for us. I'm not sure. The only thing that worries me is the fuel warning. Have we got a discontinuity somewhere? Ah, there's our discontinuity. Let's get rid of that. That's better. SBG. Where's SBG? That's Salzburg. Do we need to have a look at the plan? Oh, the weather's cleared up over France. So Badit to the Salzburg. This is where the Salzburg problem has occurred. So essentially there's S831 and S833 is over to its left and it's sort of doing a corner cut because it can't quite make the tight turn. That's alright. 831 is so close to SBG we won't go via it because it's messing up the autopilot system, so what we'll do is go out of that. Insert that. There we go, that looks a bit nicer. That's better. Good. All very good. I flew the A340 yesterday, Emirates long haul for a bit of fun. We might do that in a sort of long haul stream in the future. It was good fun. It surprised me that long haul was going to be that fun. I wasn't expecting that, I'll be honest. But yeah, no, all very good fun indeed. So I'm just trying to play with this fault thing, see what's going on, because to have IRS and Gen 2, we got pretty unlucky on this flight. So I just got to turn it down a little bit, I think, because that seems, for me, that feels a little bit too many faults. Brilliant. Thompson below us, I think. There. Oh, yep, flying the same direction. Where's he off to? 2385. Where's he going? LGSK. He's descending into Brussels. Oh, he's not got far to go then. In fact, you can probably see Brussels from here. spotters there. Yeah, it is. It's quite busy. Right, well he's on his way down then. Who's this guy to our left as well? Lots of planes flying around here then. It's busy today. Brussels seems to be a busy airport. Very nice. Clouds are looking amazing at this altitude. Looking at the aircraft online, there's currently 29 EasyJet aircraft flying around, 44 Lufthansas and 38 Ryanairs, 25 Speedbirds. So there's quite a few people flying around. There's quite a few American Airlines actually up here too. Not many Air France, unfortunately. Very nice. I'm trying to work out where to fly to next, off street maybe. I think might head back to sort of Frankfurt or wherever's busy, to be honest, and have a look at some stuff. So arrival wise, I think we've got a centre controller. No, he's kind of flying. It's a bit of a shame. So it is just us on a line at the moment. turbulent or something. Ooh, that's quite bumpy. We need to input some approach information then. So that's the METAR we're going to lob in. So 1022 is the QNH. We're getting that in hectopascals. And 17 is temperature with the wind at 140 at 4. The decision height, I forgot to put that in there, but that's right, I'll find it again. It's 1,790. Or 379 foot. You can put in either. The aircraft's very clever. It'll tell you minimums at both. Although, let me. 379 is the decision height, so we'll put that in borrow. Brilliant. So that means our decision height is made sort of just as we finish our big right-hand turn. Very good. We're playing the A321 Neo, I think. Oh, we've got some below us still. Oh, that Tom jet is just climbing up to us. Busy airspace around Europe then today, isn't it? Got the Tom jet climbing up to us as well. Wow. Getting busy. What airport that is down below us then? What are we flying over? Is it Brussels? Brussels? No. Yeah, we're down the ground there. It's not very busy. Very nice thing, cruising along 350. We were supposed to be cruising at 390, but because we loaded up with a couple more passengers, Simbrief gave me a new cruise a little bit lower. I don't think it thought we could get that high. And we're back. Fantastic. Right. Because he's making a left turn there. I was just having a look on Vatsim. The Tomjet is right behind us still. And on the TCAS, he is 2,000 feet behind us. And following our route, it would appear. We can find him on outside view. If I turn the volume down and we pop outside, we might be able to find him. He's back there somewhere. Oh, there he is. He's continuing off. He's going to Geneva, I believe. LSGG, yeah. He's off to Geneva. I'm going to fly there later, actually. But not yet. Oh. Xplane opening there. Amazing views down to the right. That's a very nice screenshot in my opinion. Not bad. Very nice. I don't know what it is, but I've sort of tweaked some settings and things, and Xplane now looks very good. Because that looks cool on the right. Unfortunately, only being at flight level 350, we're not able to avoid the inevitable cloud. So we are sat going through that now. So landing then. It's an RNAV. This is the RNAV runway 33 Yankee RNP. So we don't actually have any nav aids to tune onto our aircraft. Only thing I am going to do is put up a fix info for runway 33. So if we go LOS 33, we've got to go back. Fix info. LOWS LOS 33. Put that in there. Radial needs to be 333. And if we go to plan, that is putting off a radial 333. Oh, I need to do the beam. Sorry, my bad. Hold on. What's the beam for that? What does it say there? 153. That's what I was looking for. 153. We're not so focused on that one. We need that one. So now we got a nice dotted line there showing a beam to the runway. So when we disengage the autopilot and we're flying it on the bird, we've got that big dotted line showing us the reciprocals of the runway, which is very good. All right. Oh look, lovely river down there. Cool. Well, the duty free is being served, the aircraft is cruising, everybody on board is happy. There's no fights breaking out. Everything seems all good. Amsterdam radar is the only one online sort of nearby. Everything is all good. There's the Tomjet hanging about 15 miles behind us. It's going the same way. He's 2,000 feet below us, so that's absolutely fine. And of course, there's not a problem. He's more than 10 miles. I've never flown really in the flight sims in the first officer's position, but feels very weird. Landing in approximately, let's have a look. Oh yeah, so landing at approximately 2:45-ish in British time. That is a 1:45 UTC or Zulu or GMT. However, it's said. There's quite a lot of crosswinds, so the aircraft's pitching quite far past the sort of actual direction of the next leg to make it because of that strong wind, as I said. Currently, up where we are now, I think we've got about 60 knot tailwind, 88 knot tailwind, my bad, from 277. So we're really shifting along. Then our ground speed's 530. And yet our total airspeed is only 450, so we've got a lot of speed extra. $80 nautical miles to descent then. Start to think about auto brake setting and things like that. So going into Oh, hold on, I'll use the aircraft one. That's always annoying when that happens. There we go. Going into no, sorry, it's Salzburg. We have sort of two options then. So the airport's 2,700 meters long, so it's a long runway. If you use low auto brake and full reverse, I tend to find we go past Charlie and end up sort of down near having sort of to roll a long way down the runway to Bravo. So what I'm going to do is use medium auto brake, and we're going to stop really quickly and try and vacate Charlie. Sort of get straight into the gate, which would be ideal. So a lot of braking then. Aircraft to our left, 1,000 feet above us. Right, there they are. Lots of them going around today. Europe is busy and uncontrolled. So, yes. Yeah, very busy airspace today in Europe. A lot of planes, but yeah, no controllers. So, if you are a controller, do sign on. We'd like to see some ACC. We're just heading past Frankfurt then. So that will explain why it's so busy. Frankfurt's very busy around this place. Right. Approaching us, and then I'm just going to grab a quick drink of water. I'm back in a bit. Alright, here we go, guys. Descending down into Salzburg there. I hit the descent whilst we were going. I've selected the medium auto brake in preparation for landing. We've got terrain radar on, so we can see sort of the mountains off to our right. That we're going to have to sort of fly towards as we descend in. That's going to be quite good fun, I think. So there's Salzburg, right in the peak of the mountain. So we're going across here, north of Munich. The idea being going across to join the approach, so arrival that takes us south straight in towards the mountain. So everything's in line and we fly right in towards the airport. The question I do have though, if we were arriving on the other runway, if we were arriving on runway 15, what is the go-around procedures? Well, not that one. That's special catch, ILS lock 15. The go-around procedures, wow. Immediate left-hand turn. Be quite an exciting go-around, I think, where it's happened. Yeah, that'd be quite exciting. Oh, I got rid of our arrival. So there's a bit of sort of low-level turning, a bit like when you arrive into Helsinki at Salzburg. We're going to make a couple of right and then a left and then a right. At quite low altitude, so for passengers it can be a little bit sickly at some points. So I've been there a couple of times in real life, and there's always a couple of passengers who don't end up feeling very well. But it can be a little bit bumpy from the wash from the mountains. So it's quite an exciting approach, really, in all aspects. So there are mountains off to our right. Just about see them in the distance. Unlike Innsbruck, the airport isn't situated in the mountains; it's situated on the entrance to them, sort of thing. So it's like on the edge of the Alps. That's it, Alps. The edge of the Alps. So before you go in. Cool. Lots of traffic then down, yep. So there's Scandinavian. Is he on finals to land, or is he wonder where he's going. Airport ahead. We've got Munich off to our right, so that's where all these aircraft are. That's Munich, big airport. Very busy. In real life, I'm not so busy here. I'm interested in where the Scandinavian's going, because, oh, he's turning left. Is he climbing? He must be climbing. I'll make a call on Earcom. Salzburg traffic is 55. Papa Quebec is descending through flight level 190 for 5,000 for the Badit arrival into runway 33. Salzburg traffic easy 55 Papa Quebec. Good. That's all fine. Flight level 180, then we'll turn on seatbelt signs. Being aware we've got that Gen 2 failure on board, and the electrical SSB and the IRS failure. So we've got a couple of things we need to be aware of. We go on the status page, they'll show up there. You can see it. So braking system 1. That's the only thing I am slightly worried about. But if you go on the hydraulic page, everything's all fine. Fuel, everything's all good. Just as the electrical page, DC1 is having to produce enough for everyone, so that's a little bit of a worry. Auto brake selected medium, but that seems fine. So aircraft all good, and then Cat 3 dual doesn't work. We know that. Gen 2, that we know that. ACP3 and IR3, that's fine. We shut it off because it was faulty, so that's good. 40 miles then. I'm going to set the QNH, which is 1022, because we're going all the way down. Yeah, this METAR was taken 21 minutes ago, so that's all fine. Oh, I've done a recheck. Temperature's changed slightly. It's 18 degrees now. Just update that because that can be quite a big effect to engine power. So if you go around temperatures. Variable 2 knots. The wind is now. So best case we'll put it at 330 at 2. Sorry, 2 knots now. That's really not much. We'll continue our expected 3-3 arrival. Right, 150 then, the seatbelt signs are on, so they're making their way back to the seats. Play the descending.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing.
People are making their way back to their seats now at this point then.
With your laptop inside. Your tray tables must be stowed, armrests down, and window blinds open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want to take with you. The toilets are no longer internal.
Alright, so coming down then, 130, we're going to turn on the landing lights as far as we pass through 10,000 feet. I'm going to crack open one level of spoiler just to start to slow us up a bit. In anticipation for 250 knots at 10,000 as we're getting a bit closer, and we're currently doing about 330, so we're going quite quick. So that's 2 levels now, so that's half spoiler deployed. You see down here, that's half. Leave it slightly edgy, that's half spoiler. We crack open 3/4, and then we have full there. So that's what I'm doing, so I'll just get 3/4. The aircraft will power up a little bit here, so I'll hop back down into a 1/4. We're just sort of varying it just to control the speed there. Because what often happens is as the aircraft approaches 10,000, it'll pitch up to compensate for the sudden request for 250 knots. We want to continue our descent because we're descending a little bit too late, so we're going to be level 5,000 right on the money where we need to be at Whiskey Sierra 834, so it could be a little bit late. Right, there we go. There goes the selection for 250 knots, so we'll crack open the spoilers fully to help that speeds really knock off. That's full spoilers selected. So lots of spoilers trying to slow us down there. Very good. Landing lights are on, then 10,000. TCAS is fully on. Weather modes are on. First officer's got the weather on his side, and I've got the terrain on my side. All fine. We would select landing systems on, but of course we're going for a visual, so we don't need that. Right, approaching 250 then, we're going to bring back in the spoilers. Spoilers fully in. And we continue our descent. Just continuing to zoom in sort of on the ND as we get a bit closer. Right, here comes the right hand turn with thick cloud here then. What's the visibility? They're saying few clouds at a height of 5,000, broken at 7,000. Visibility is 10 kilometers a lot. No clouds below 1,500 meters. Okay. That's particularly helpful. Currently at 3,100 meters. Right. We've selected 1,500. Alright, so when we get to 5,000, there's no clouds below that, which is essential for our sort of minimums. Right, spoilers all stowed. Aircraft's now descending again. And there goes that big right-hand turn. Good. There's Badit, then we're heading towards the Salzburg VOR. Brilliant, right. Water's around about 4,000 feet at the Salzburg VOR. The airport should be coming to sight then about now. Ideally we want to be sort of around 5,000 at 833, just to ensure we are low enough and we're not going to be too high on the approach, but it's holding us up a little bit, so we have to entrust in the autopilot system. Right. Performance page is up on his side. I'll get up the flight plan. 23 miles to go. I'm going to slow to 220 knots. To do that, because the aircraft will pitch up then to account for that, I'm going to lob out full spoilers so that it can continue its descent rate. A little bit one of those annoying sort of things the Airbus A320 does. So Airbus A321, but also the sort of family of them. If you ask for a speed, it'll pitch up to slow down to that speed, even when in a circumstance like this we want to keep that descent rate up as high as possible. So it can be a little bit annoying. But it's also very effective in sort of the climb out phase and in other phases of managing speed. So it's always sort of a win-win. Alright, and there we go, that's 220, bringing back in the spoilers. We're going to deploy the gear quite early on for this landing, so I'll keep slowing up to 200, and we'll get the slat one out. Basically everything is done about 5 miles earlier on this approach, so that you can ensure before you make your final turns and everything, the aircraft's fully ready for landing. Right, bags of spoilers there to slow us down. There's the vertical deviation coming on, so that's the approach information. I'm going to turn on the bird, still with the flight directors here. There we go, spoilers can come in as we make the turn, of course. The lift drops, so it slows down a little bit quicker. Right, 200 knots. So the airflow autopilot's trying to stay with this green blob as it comes down. So it's holding us around there. There's the airport off our right then. If on the nose here, I can show you. There's the airport. So work out cool on the downwind. Salzburg traffic, easy 55 Papa Quebec is on the downwind, runway 33 Salzburg. Aircraft's not descending properly there, so I'm just going to whack it up so that we descend 5,000 on time, as it looks like we weren't there. I'm going to slow up to 180 knots. And crack open some spoilers to deal with that. So it's going to be a 3-degree descent from 834, so select 3 degrees on there. Our airport's at about 1,500 feet, so we'll just prime up 2,000 and we'll keep our descent at 3 degrees. All the way down. Brilliant. We're coming right below the vertical deviation stuff there, so we just hang on. We want to be 5,000 at 834, so we're on the chart, we're bang on, but the aircraft seems to be thinking differently. I'm going to go with what the charts say, because that's sort of set in stone. Because there you go, look at that's coming in quite steeply there at this point. Right, slowing up, there's flap 2 was selected, 160 knots selected. There we go, we're right on the money. I've got full spoilers still open. I'm going to deploy the gear. Quite early there. There go the gear. Gear are coming in, so I'm going to bring in the spoilers. I'm going to arm them for landing. There we go. Gear are in. We've got 10 miles to run, track miles. We're going to be landing at 151 knots. Okay. That's all good so far. We're still on the degree for descent, which is a little bit low, so I'm just going to bring that to 2.9 to try and get back right on the box. Okay, slowing to approach speeds. Flap 3 is going to be selected.
2,500.
Okay. We'll reselect 3 degrees on the descent there. Very good. It's all flying it nicely. I take control. I'm just going to get this box open so I can have a bit more information, because I think that one down there is a little bit unclear. Okay. Just pitch up slightly. Turn off the flight director so I can see nice and clearly. Bring the nose up slightly. Select full flap.
2,000.
There goes full flap. Whoop. Wander around slightly. We're coming up to our turn then. Any second now. Fairly steep turn. It's quite a tight one to avoid these hills ahead of us. Alright. So. Here we go. Wait for it. Get the cabin crew in their seats. Turn on the landing lights. And here comes the turn. I'm still correcting for the descent. There we go, here comes the turn, rolling around. And as we go around the turn, the most important thing is to keep the descent going, as it often wanders away in the turn. So, a bit of a nose down attitude there to hold our descent. Going around nicely. A little bit too tight. Roll it back slightly. And pitch up. As we've descended a little bit quick. Okay, I'm going to reduce my bank to level. Just about level. Increasing descent rate and making the turn again. If I turn on track IR, see the airport out our right hand side. Re-increase our descent rate there because I've let it get a little bit away from us. And we're back on the green box for the turn. Not bad. Runways should be just ahead of us. Oh, I've overshot slightly then during the turn. Didn't quite make it tight enough. We'll correct for that.
500.
We're still descending nicely on the glide slope.
400.
It's all very good. I'm just increasing the pitch descent rate there because it's a little bit high. 300. Manual throttle.
200.
Very nicely
100.
there. Pitch up slightly.
50. 40. 30. 20.
Idle throttle.
Retard. 10. 5.
Oh, bit of bounce. Right, reverse is deployed. Nowhere near Charlie, unfortunately. So I'll disable the auto brake and we'll have to roll down to the end of the runway. Bit of wishful thinking, I think, from my part there, hoping we could make Charlie, but not to be. And we're down. Not bad. Bit of a bounce, which is a bit of a shame, but that will do. Welcome to Salzburg then. Terrain radar goes off. We'll fire up the APU and get the landing lights off. Probe heat can go off. And we'll vacate the runway. Salzburg traffic is 55 Paco Vec, touchdown 33, vacating at the Bravo and backtrack. Sorry, vacation and taxi back to stands. Easy 55 Paco Vec, Salzburg. Brilliant, right. Flaps and slats. And we'll just file it around the corner and play the landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelts on until we reach the gate.
Wrong one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew
Fantastic.
will shortly be leaving
Oh,
their seats to perform safety
that's track IR going a bit mad there.
However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off.
Welcome to Salzburg then,
Portable
everybody.
electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet
Strobe lights go
access
off.
may now
Turn off
be
lights can go off. We'll just keep the little
Please
text
make
lights
sure
on. That's all
you
we
take
need.
all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat, and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your EasyJet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and
Fantastic.
destination
Welcome to
information, check out our
Salzburg.
official Facebook page.
Not bad. Only a little stream today. I wanted to just do a short flight, but stream nonetheless. So thank you very much to those who joined us. We'll watch the replay when we enter the gate, and then we'll leave it there. Nice helicopters parked over there. Right, a bit of a squeeze on the brakes there to slow us down to 10 knots for the turn coming up here. Very cool. And we're onto the ramp then. On the ramp we can turn off the taxi lights, we won't be needing them. I'm going to choose a stand today. I'll take one near the gate, as hopefully EasyJet would have paid for a nice one. The problem is the ones near the gates require quite a tight turn in, so we'll have to be careful as we do that. I'll take the next one. We'll take Whiskey 3, I think. Fantastic. Right, well, often what I'll do is we'll shut down engine number 2. And we'll make the tight turn onto Whiskey 3. There's the line. I turned a bit early, but that was to get around the wheel. Oh, bit of bump going over taxiway there. And there we go, onto the line. We're being waved in straight ahead. Lovely, parking brake set, AP bleed on, engine number 1 shut down. Beacon lights off, nav lights off, seatbelt signs off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Salzburg Airport. Alright, it's disconnected. Let's have a little look, watch for our replay. Unfortunately, the tower view here is slightly bugged, so we'll just have to go free camera and watch it from here. Nonetheless, I think that's pretty good. Let's skip it back. Where are we at this point? Where's the plane? Oh, a long way out. My bad. Bit too far. Alright, let's just watch it from here then. Shift 4. See the big turn then here. See it from outside view. It's quite a steep turn. Keep it skipping along. I guess the turn again. Bit of harsh there. I messed up slightly on the turn. I had lost the official sort of centre line point, so that's why we had to make the correction back left. So in reality, that would have been a little bit nicer. Anyway, down we go. I think we had a slight bump on landing. Now I see it from this perspective. Charlie was very wishful thinking indeed for stopping. Not an A321 anyway. Right, let's sit back and watch that touchdown then. So there goes the idle of power. Idled a little bit early. Not bad. For EasyJet, not bad. Sorry, Salzburg. Not bad landing. I'll watch it from a couple of views because it's not final touchdown, here we go, final couple of seconds. Kissing the ground, it's just lovely. If we skip back then we can watch it from wing view and we'll watch the turn as well. Very good. Alright, and I will leave it there then for the stream today. Thank you so much everybody. We had a really good day. That was a bit of fun for the stream. So I will catch you all again soon. Feel free to join me over on Discord. I'll be doing a couple more bits and bobs. So do come say hi. But catch you all around soon. Thank you. And goodbye from me.